Hello and welcome to another episode of Farming Simulator 25. As you can see, we are into the second month in March, which is kind of our last month to prepare this field. I have just realised once again my steering wheel has decided not to work instantly. I don't know what's going on with this wheel. It's slowly getting worse. There we go. Oh my, but I literally checked it before I pressed the record button, and then as soon as I pressed the record button, it went off again. So what we're going to do today is we are going to mulch this field. This has to be done today. Now else really, like field-wise, that we desperately need to do, but we do need to be mulching this field ready for next month. If we just look on the calendar, I'm sure it's next month. Yes, we want to be putting carrots in, and that is going to be next month. But that gives us this month to prepare. As you can see, we did already lime the field in the last episode, which you guys have all seen, and yeah, we're just gonna mulch this up, gets rid of the white texture, and yeah, I was looking forward to using this field and joining it to that one and having like one giant field, but to be quite honest, this is just brilliant. This is just the best thing we can do with it, and that is to turn it into our little root crop, and yeah, our vegetable field. It's not going to take over long to do. I did notice as well at the end of the last episode, if you're wondering guys, I think I did. Did I do it, or did I just quit it out and test it? I did a contract off recording yesterday. I did field 42 and it was a cultivating contract. Now, I haven't done anything to earn any money, but there was an update yesterday, and cultivating contracts are now fixed with precision farming. That is why I did a contract, because I thought to myself, if it completes, alright, it was about £3,000. And if it didn't complete, it would be information to share with you guys on the next video, which is kind of what I was doing really. Oh, my little circles back around the tractor. I must have adjusted a setting. Ah, it does this all the time, doesn't it? My steering wheel has got head sets are wrong as well. Interesting. Yeah, my Logitech steering wheel resets to 14% dead zone every time there's an update. It's very, very annoying. And I won't mind, but I didn't twig yesterday when I was doing that cultivating contract to get it back right. Yeah, very annoying. But like I said, this field is not going to take over on the most. There is nothing else really we can do in this one. I do have some pallets though down at the dairy. So yes, I did notice them yesterday off recording. I just went down to the Volvo, brought the Volvo back to the farm and was like, oh, there's pallets here. Now if you're wondering why I didn't leave the Volvo there, the Volvo has no way of picking said pallets up, so there was kind of no point leaving the Volvo there with the tank. I did bring the tanker back. Kind of why I did it really, just to get the Volvo back on the farm. But yeah, we do need to be looking for another little tractor with a... Actually, what we need to do is change the trailer. I love this. I love the wheels on this thing. This is a beast. Yeah, I've been trying to find new sounds for this tractor. I need to find a tractor in-game that sounds more realistically more like it. Now I have found one to change the sound over, but it does come with a turbo noise. Now technically the TW35 did come with a turbo according to the information I found on Google, but it's the other models that would have to share the game file that would have come with one. And yeah, it's a shame because the sound for the tractor that I found is I think it's just it's a hell of a lot better than what we're using now. But yeah, I don't know. I might just change it personally for my one. I'm not bothered if there's a turbo sound on a tractor and it technically didn't have one. Right, there we go. That is done and dusted. I have been trying to get a little bit tidied up actually. It hasn't really worked well though. But I've been looking into this, guys, and I think it's time we get rid of this trailer. This trailer is really not helping us. As you can see, we need to get a pin connector, and well, that's not one basically. So what I'm thinking in the shop here, guys, is I'm thinking of if we go down to the I4Williams tipper. Now I know it says tipper, but the first one is a loader. That means it takes no grain or anything like that. It's just a flatbed trailer. It gives us the connector that we want as well. If you want to use it where you can carry capacity, you can get this one, 4,500 litres. That would take grain in there, but we want the loader version. And yeah, for £9,500, I'm thinking maybe it's time we did this, because we're going to have a lot of pallets to move over the next while, and this trailer here is going to, it should technically pay for half of this trailer actually. I'm going to have a look at contracts, because we could really do with a contract. Interesting. I tested a cultivating contract yesterday. I didn't check a hoeing contract. Well, I did, and then they pushed out another update. What I'm going to do, guys, I'm just going to borrow those items, and I want to see what... They have fixed the hoeing contract. No, they haven't. They have not fixed the hoeing contracts. Oh, my God. Why would you push updates? All right, I'm going to cancel that. That's what I wanted to do. I just wanted to test that. Right, so we still can't do weeding contracts with precision farming. That is a joke. Let's go and accept that contract there. You can, we'll send the Ford off to that field, and then we're going to go and deal with the stuff down at the bakery. Let's just get that on there. Let's drop that down there. Lovely jubbly. Yeah, next month is April. That's where we're going to be getting our carrots into the ground. It's kind of going to be the start of what we need to do. I did also notice at the end of the last episode, we have more baby sheep. Like, we aren't inundated with sheep and wool as it is. We've now got 10, 20, 30, 40. Wow. We've got hundreds of sheep, guys. Hundreds of sheep. This is crazy, to say the least. Tedding contracts. That's another contract that is now fixed. Tedding. But I did that on my test world. I wanted to do a ploughing contract, no, a cultivating contract on my test world, but because it's like literally in the wrong month, yeah, it just couldn't. There just wasn't one to do. That's why I did a small one in here. And like I say, it was the cheapest one I could find, really. Yeah, this might be another episode really where there's not really many time lapses. It's more just kind of. Yeah, it's a bit of a slower month, but that's because next month's going to be the hectic one. This is where 2 days a month doesn't help, and I am very, and I have enjoyed playing on 10 times. Well, we're not on 10 times at the moment. That's because I loaded that map up yesterday. Let me put it on 12 to catch up. Yeah, so what I was thinking was, in future, we're definitely going to have to start skipping the second days if there's nothing to do. Because apart from this, what I'm doing now, going to the dairy, selling the trailer, we are going to go and swap the trailer. Yeah, there's not much else we can do this month, but I don't want to skip into 2 months because next month's going to be busy. And yeah, so I think maybe we just do some contracting, or we send something out to contract while we just have a slower paced episode. Now if we go down here, there should be quite a lot of wool spawning already. So 40 sheep times 4 lot, 4, 4, 16. Wow, got 160 sheep. That's ridiculous. Yeah, we need to be selling this wool as quickly as we can. Now, we do have our little process. We are still yet to receive a pallet of fabric. We've had that for nearly a year. That one production has been nearly 1 year. And it is still not produced a single pallet of wool. So, we do need to be getting rid of that. We might have to just cut our losses with it, because once we get the odd pallet of wool, you know, we're gonna lose wool in the machine, in the production. Yeah, we might have to take that hit really, because it's no good to us. We can't be waiting 2 years for one pallet. Now, there are technically some productions out there that do make those size ones speed up, but I was trying to do it legitly, and it's not that it isn't legitly done, it just hasn't really worked for us. £7,150. That is not bad going at all. And if we run round into here, we'll jump over that bonnet. Look, we just did a bonnet slide. Let's go into trailers, into here, and I4Williams. We're going for the loader style. We do have different tyre options as well, by the way, guys. I am very tempted to go for the street ones, because I do like those tyres a little bit better. The only thing with the loader one is the cover options doesn't work. But it's here and there. And the design colour is obviously for the cover. Oh, kicked me out of the shop there. Nice. We have a floating car. But yeah, other than that, there you go. We have just now got a brand new flatbed trailer. I don't know if it's going to be any bigger or any smaller. It might even technically, in theory, be the same size. But we should, in theory, be able to connect to this with our weight on, which means driving around the map with our flatbed is going to be so much easier. Also, the trailer is lower to the ground for the wool cell. But again, I'm hoping this is going to make life a little bit... Do not do this to me. Yeah, there we go. Oh, okay, it hasn't connected where it should have done, but I can change that. I can change that. That's fine. But we can take the weight with us. That's what I want. We can take the weight with us with this one. I don't know why it does that. The other one technically did it. It just made it into a bit of a mess. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to skip the time up to 30 because, yeah, there's not much to do this month. There's just a ploughing contract. No, maybe not 30. Maybe 24. It's got all day to do that contract. This is us just doing bits and bats today. Yeah, I didn't really want an episode like this again just yet, but other than contracts. Oh, that is the yeah, that's, there we go. Right, so I didn't realise that. To move my front loader is the same key as the trailer. Okay, I didn't realise that one. Right, so if we fold that down there like that, there we go. We've got another one as well. We put that into here like so. I'll tell you what. Let's do this on a bit of a turn. Make it a bit easier to load that up. There we go. So, we have got... What have we got here then, guys? We have got cow milk, butter, and butter. Now, I will have to just do that with some super strength, guys. I'm not really sure why the sell point's not set up correctly here, but I'm not going to whinge about it. This series will be coming to an end sooner rather than later, I think. Maybe get another year. Another in-game year out of it. The problem is there's just no other map to play. There's just no other map, and yeah, it took me a long time to find this one. So if we just go onto there like so. Okay, I maybe should have given myself a little bit more manoeuvring room. So my idea is to, like I say, I've been practicing. I've even been practicing off recordings and moving bales, things like that, and it doesn't always work well, but you know, we are slowly making an improvement. I do find I'm better with a skid steer, and I'm better with a forklift. Couldn't think of the word. And then come up and over here, crashed into the wall. I couldn't press the brake quick enough. And there we go. Pull that onto there. I don't think there's anything else going to come out of this anytime soon. I might be wrong, but let's go and sell what we've got. I'm a big fan of that. That is a good amount of products. Just gonna have a quick little look. Milk is. Let's have a look on the menu. It's just easier, I think. There's no buffalo milk in this at all. We're just running on milk at the moment. Cheese. Oh, we're not far off another pallet of cheese. Yeah, actually, we're not far off. We're probably going to be back here tomorrow. And then if we do that, the straps come down. And then we go like this and like this. Now what we need to do is figure out where we are selling all our items. So we have got milk, which is going to here. It's going to the same place as always. And we have butter, which is also going there. Butter's actually not a bad price. Milk is... you know what? It's not badly priced still. Considering we're past the month, it's not bad at all. Yeah, there you go, guys. That is my I4Williams trailer pack. Well, that's one of them. I showed you the small little loader. Yeah. The only thing I've got with it is I don't have the crane working. Now, I've got it where the crane does work, but I'm having a collision problem with FS25 and how the collisions work, and yeah, but that's some. I'm kind of working on that in the background. But yeah, that is like I say, that's my I4Williams trailer pack I've been working on. I technically converted them into 22. I just didn't release my ones because yeah, whoever made them previously, I've asked again for permissions to share them, and I just can't get. I just get ignored, to be honest. I don't even know if they do mods anymore. But the person who I found who originally made them from 19 just doesn't seem to reply. So I can't exactly say I'm going to share them when I can't get permission. I'm not one of them where I'll leak broken mods and and take mods and stuff. Yeah, I don't really know what I'm supposed to do when the OG maker of the mod is just doesn't reply. I don't know if he doesn't reply because he doesn't do it anymore, or if he just doesn't reply because he wants to be rude, to be honest. I don't know. I did send the message by a couple of forms of social media, even tagged him in old posts and stuff on social media, hoping to try and get his attention or her attention. And yeah, I get nothing. So if anyone's wondering if I'm going to release these, I'm trying to get permission to do it. I am trying to get permission. I can't do it without permission. I won't do it without permission. There we go. We have just made £6,417. That is absolutely amazing. That is exactly what we were hoping to be doing today, making some money. Whoa, that is a right shine on that trailer. Wow. Wow, look at that. That is shiny. Yeah, bit of a weird episode when they're slow like this. You know, we've had a couple of these lately, but other than doing a contract, knocking out maybe another like a cultivating contract or something, I don't really know what else I can really do this month. Let's get the where can I park this? We need to be getting our hands on a slurry tanker soon, or at least a tanker to sell slurry, because our tank for slurry is going to be filling up soon, and if that hits maximum load. Oh yeah, sorry, wrong one. No, not that one. That's the one we're looking for. There we go, lovely. Yeah, I've got a feeling in the next month there's going to be another pallet of butter and another pallet of milk waiting to be sold, and we just need to have a little look. We have got we've got 1,800 litres of milk, 346 litres of buffalo milk. Yeah, 75,000 litres of slurry. That is crazy. 37,000 litres of food, so that's doesn't need anything doing. Yeah, I can't go into April because of the ploughing contract. So all we can really do right now is maybe look at another contract. It would have to be a cultivating contract. That's the only thing. There is a cultivating contract. Do you know what? Let's go do that. We can go in the Volvo. That's why I'm not lost for words. I'm just, it's a very quiet month. I maybe should have just skipped this day and gone straight into April. But I think what I'll do is, once we get this cultivating contract done and the recording's done, I'm probably going to move all the milk to the dairy, because it's two separate trips. I wonder if it's worth buying a second tanker, one for milk and one for buffalo milk, and doing it in one trip. Is there a tanker that connects to another tanker? That's the question. We need to have a look in the shop, because if there is and I can take both tankers at once, that would... I'm not trying to do the jobs quicker, it's just a long way to go than having to do it twice. If I can join two tankers together, I'm curious now. I'm very, very curious. While we're still here, scroll down to barrels. Right, so we've got, this one holds more accessories, so that one doesn't. Wheel setup is just that and wide. Fenders, yes or no. Hose selection. That's a shame. That only takes water. It doesn't even take milk. So none of our tankers that we've got in this game can connect to another tanker. That's a shame, that, because that would have been a really, really good thing to do. If we could have taken two tankers, we could have taken the buffalo milk and the milk to the dairy at the same time. If anybody in the comments below knows of a tanker that has another trailer connection on the back, please let me know in the comments, because if there is one, it doesn't matter if it only holds a couple of thousand litres. We only get a couple of thousand litres a month anyway. Oh, this is not going to be good. I'm just looking at this hill. Right, what we're going to do then, guys, I'm going to get the radio turned on and I'm going to knock out as much of this contract over the next couple of minutes as I can. I don't know if we're going to get it all done in this episode. I would definitely like to think we can, but, you know, we can only try. When you're born into a fire, let 'em burn,
stopping now. Beat the odds, beat the big house. Our brains are bigger than the doubt. We've been thinking for ourselves, never let the truth fade away. This is bigger than ourselves, we won't let the world burn away. Burn away, we feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake up to the back of the pack, kill it anyway. To blame, haters face the world's mistakes. Wake up to the back of the pack, kill it anyway. And we feel betrayed.
Right, well, we didn't get as far as I was hoping. That is steeper than you think, and yeah, we only do have about a 10 brake horsepower difference. I'm kind of hoping that when the Ford's finished, I might send the Ford this way and swap the tractor. But yeah, once again, the Volvo is proving why it needs replacing. Yeah, it's just on its limit basically. But I tried to go across woods like this. I thought, well, if I go across woods, you know, it might not be as bad, because that first headland was just criminal. Jesus Christ. Last time I saw something that bad, I saw Manchester United almost in a relegation battle. Sorry, I had to bring that in. I had to bring it in at least once. But no, if you are a Man United fan, you know, it's all banner. Yeah, this is going to take, you know, we're at 52% now, and this is going to take quite a while. That's it. I do think it's getting a little bit less steep going sideways, like that hill there. I do think it's going to level out just a little bit going sideways. I really wanted to go up and down, because up and down would mean less turns. Less turns means more completion percentage quicker. But with this amount of power on this cultivator, not going to happen. So yeah, I'm hoping we get the carrots in next month. We get more to sell, because we really need to be looking at I want to get that Deutschfahrt, I really do, unless something good comes up second hand with like 10 hours on the clock, because like this Volvo's got 16 hours and there's nothing wrong with it. 10 to 15 hours I don't mind. Anything over 15 hours and you might as well just buy new. But if we can get something within a budget, but don't forget, we cannot use the harvester money. We sold the harvester ready to buy the new one. We can then not use the harvester money to buy a tractor. Not allowed. That was the whole reason we got rid of the baby harvester. But the baby harvester served us 2 years. Right. Well, all I can do at the moment, guys, is I need to get this done in this episode. So all I can really do is get the radio turned on and spend the next couple of minutes again cultivating. Now then, guys, right, sorry, I've had to come out of the time lapse. Yeah, Builder knocked on the door. Was not expecting him. So yeah, a bit of a weird jump cut there, but there was literally nothing I could do about it. I did state that, you know, videos may get slightly interrupted and stuff. I wasn't expecting him to show up today. Planning the next stage of a job, so yeah, he's come round because it's raining today, and obviously the job he was meant to be doing was an outside job, and obviously he didn't get it done, so he's like, you know, trying to prepare the next job with us, you know, while he's kind of rained off, and that's completely understandable. Can live with that. Just like I say, I do apologise for the weird time, the weird cut from the video music to literally nothing. That was just, yeah, he's been here like 40 minutes as well. If you're a YouTube member and you do watch the videos early, you will realise that this video is going to be uploaded very much later than usual. Again, because it's normally uploaded by now when you guys are watching it, and I haven't even finished making it yet, let alone editing it, and then adding the music into it, and then uploading it with... I have a 1 gig connection, but it isn't a 1 gig upload speed. But all we've got to do here, I even left the tractor running, guys. If you notice, the Volvo is almost out of fuel. I left the tractor running because obviously when he knocked on the door, I had just had to go and answer it. And, oh yeah, crazy. Crazy. But yeah, this is all we've got left to do now. 14% of this contract. The Ford has finished, I do believe. Yep, there he is. He's parked up there. But yeah, that's why I did the time to 0, guys, because I'd skipped so much time in the game while talking, and I was like, oh, give me a minute, I just need to go quickly do something. I lowered the time to 0 so it wasn't pitch black. Oh dear. Crazy. But yeah, we haven't got much left. I do know that cultivating these fields, though, it will be literally, you know, there'll be next to nothing left. It's a very tight gap, but yeah, like I say, it's nice to get this done. We will be in April into the following month. We'll cash these 2 contracts in. That should help us with some money. We should have a couple more pallets next month. We are going to sell pallets as and when, but we're only going to go like when, we're not going to go when there's just 1. We will make sure there's 3 or 4 pallets. I don't want to be running to the dairy for just 1 pallet. Or if we did, we'd do it and use super tractor. I'm not taking like a very slow moving tractor all the way to the dairy for 1 pallet, that's for sure. As you can see, we've now just jumped up to 93%. I do love doing it's the headlands. The headlands are worth so much in value. But that is pretty much going to be us done once we get this field done. Well, it will be us done when I get this field finished. I can move the tractors off recording after I've edited and got it uploaded. I'm like at least 90 minutes behind now on my day. It's crazy. 95. Yeah, the game likes it when you do headlands. Not sure why. Especially 22 was the same. You do like 2 headlands and have like 30% of your field done. Even on the big fields. Right, I'm just going to do that there just to try and... Yeah, that tiny little bit then was just what a percentage. It's crazy. Yeah, it's kind of caught me off today and kind of lost my train of thought where I was and stuff. But yeah, over the next couple of weeks, starting from the back end of next week, videos may be interrupted. They are looking at weather permitting for them finishing the job they're currently on, and then coming back into here. I will make videos. You might just have to apologise for any background noise like the dog barking, and yeah, they're going to try and come on. But basically, any day, there we go, done. Any day they get rained off, they're going to be coming. So, you know, I can't say, oh, they're going to come tomorrow, if it's a nice day, because they're doing an outside job and mine's not an outside job. And but yeah, they, you know, it's like, you know, we're gonna come quicker if we get rained off on other jobs. Is that all right? And yeah, just the way it is really. But as you can see, we have got this done. I'm gonna just put this tractor on this road here. I'm gonna cash these contracts in. I can move them back to the farm afterwards. That is £5,636 done and done, and we've got £9,000 for the ploughing, which means he's just paid for he's just paid for, what is it, hasn't he? He's just paid for next month's tractor fee basically. We want a go-to on there. We're going to put that onto there. We're going to do that there, and we're going to send him that way. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. Like I said, a very weird end to the video. It was yeah, it's just very weird when I get caught out, and hopefully tomorrow's won't be as interrupted as that, but it is what it is. Like I say, I did warn people. I had some building work going on and happening, and more coming and stuff, and yeah, just trying to get the house done, because hopefully once the house is done, we only have to do it once. But every time we seem to do a job, we find another job that needs doing, because the first job was then was not done great the first time by the previous owners. I don't want to say the people I'm hiring, but yeah, it's putting some money into the house at the moment, and yeah, once it's all done, it should be a lot better for everybody. But as I say, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed it, the episode, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye for now.